see them run by the town. I can hear them all sing. Do-wop, listen to the music. 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 Do-wop. Yes. Not bad. I don't think they're bad. Even if sometimes it looks so mad. Guys in town, the guys in town, and everybody's talking about him. Won't you play the pep song to make me strong? You will sing, I will make it if I do. Take me to the power, get out of the corner. Take me to the border, I will make it as they do. I can see them run about the town. I can hear them all sing. Do-wop, listen to the music. Do-wop, listen to the music. Do-wop. Yes. They have changed the same old scene. It's not a story in a magazine. Guys in town, they're hanging around. Don't you know they'll never let you down? I believe in what I feel to make it real. Won't you sing? I will make it if I do. Take me to the power, get out of the corner. Take me to the border, I will make it as they do. I can see them run by the town. I can hear them all sing. Do-wop, listen to the music. Do-wop, listen to the music. Do-wop. Who wants the battle? I got the battle. Who wants the battle? Say what? Won't you play the pep song to make me strong? Won't you sing? I will make it if I do. Take me to the power, get out of the corner. Take me to the border, I will make it as they do. I can see them run by the town. I can hear them all sing. Do-wop, listen to the music. 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 Do-wop. Y'all ready to get funky?
The most important part of dance is music. So now let us listen to the music and identify the beats.
1, 2, 3.
But that was too soft.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to Fan Fridays. Today we're doing black, or not black, blue, red. I've already messed up. Blue, red, favorable wins today. Oh my gosh. This was submitted by Guy Human over on the emails. If you guys don't know, you can submit fan decks on Fan Fridays to the email superhinotama@gmail.com. That username right above me. Or you can go to the Facebook group. The link is in the description. And submit a list on the pinned post there. Having a stuttering day today. Let's see. Just making sure everything's good to go. The confidence is strong with this one. Oh man, let me know how the music is today. This is Jet Set Radio and Jet Set Radio Future, or Jet Grind Radio rather, and Jet Set Radio Future soundtrack. It's gonna be a lot of singing and kind of like ska and some hip hop beats mixed in with some techno stuff. If it's too loud, just let me know. If it's too soft, let me know too. I can always turn it up. But the deck list is in the description for this deck. Let's kind of go over it really quickly. We have, in the 1-drop slot, we have Storm Tamer, Siren Storm Tamer. We have 2 Magma Spray. We have 4 Favorable Winds. Then we have 2 Search for Azcanta, 3 Stormfleet Aerialist, 2 Harness Lightning. We have 4 Lightning Strike here. Or no, 3 Lightning Strike, sorry. 1 in the sideboard. 4 Lookout's Dispersal, 4 Siren Lookout, 1 Sweltering Suns, 3 Enigma Drake, 2 Glimmer of Genius, 1 Glorybringer, 1 Locust God, and 1, put it over here, Pull from Tomorrow. Going into the sideboard here, we have 2 Essence Scatter, 2 Negate, 2 Abrade, 1 Harness Lightning, 1 Lightning Strike. One didn't want to put a full playset or a 3 of the Harness Lightning in there, just in case we're up against a more control-heavy strategy. 2 Disallow, 1 Sweltering Suns, Glorybringer, Our Devastation, another Locust God, and a River's Rebuke. Music is amazing. Yeah, again, this is Jet Set Radio's music. It's super good. And this music came out like 2002, 3, something like that. Can't remember exactly. Something like that, long time ago. And then Jet Set Radio Future came out like 2003 or 4. Can't remember. Let's go to the play lobby here. There's a guy that was like, it's first time streaming, you better not disappoint. And I was like, yeah, you're gonna probably get disappointed. Not enough 1-drops. Play first, yes. We're looking to play out our favorite wins, hopefully on turn 2 if we get into an opening hand. If not, that's perfectly fine. This is an okay opening hand for us, not great. We do have Stormfleet Aerialist. Let's see. Looks like mine except I have a Riddle Form in mind. Gotcha, back alley. I did like Riddle Form. I thought about putting it into the deck for the tweak. He didn't have Riddle Form in his original list. His was more a Pirates list, and I liked it, but I feel like it needed a bit more removal. Let's go for... I think this might be a mulligan for us. Let's go for a mulligan here. Yes, much better opening hand for us here. We're going to keep this. We have a Storm Tamer on turn 1, Lightning Strike up for turn 2. Scavenger Grounds, get out a Drake. That could be a 1/4. Ugh, man. I'm just listening to the soundtrack in my headset right now. I can't. I love this soundtrack. Alright, opponent mulligan to 6, mulligan to 5. Ooh. You get a mulligan to 4? You should do that. Search for Azcanta, we're putting that on top. Again, we have Search for Azcanta in the deck to help dig deeper into our deck for our favorable wins, things like that. Also, though, we can feed our Enigma Drake with that card. Okay. Opponent's turn now. Placing a mountain here, and looks like they're just passing turn. That is good for us. Let's get out a Search for Azcanta, and then just get in for 1. We might be losing a Siren Storm Tamer here by leaving the blue mana tapped. We'll see what happens. Okay. What's up, Anacor? Hey everyone, great deck. Would Chart a Course also work in the main? Yeah, Guy Human was... His original list had Chart a Course, but I decided to go for Glimmer of Genius because Scarab God is such a pain in the format. And Harness Lightning can help deal with that if we have a Glimmer of Genius. Let's see. Soundtrack of what? This is a Jet Grind Radio and Jet Set Radio Future. Put an island into the graveyard? Let's say no, because we want to keep up an island here and strike on main phase 1 and just get in for 1 again, holding up a 1 for the 1 here. No tier 4 Nissa Travel Jank. No, I did like that deck though. That was cool. I just haven't played this deck yet, but resubmit that again, Zakading. I might look at it again next week. I'm trying to play stuff that's a little bit different than what I normally do for deck techs on for the week, but also things I've never done at all. So like the Favorable Winds deck. The Nissa deck was also another one I thought about. You're fine, never gonna. What's up, Gracie? Yeah, the deck list is in the description if you guys haven't seen it. What are we playing? Looks like we're playing some sort of artifact burn deck. Is it burn deck? Where can you send in your decks? You can send them to superhumanTama, my name right above me, at Gmail, or you can go to the Facebook group. We have the first link in the description, and they usually have a pinned post at the very top of it for submitting decks. Let's see, search for Azcanta. We're going to say no to that and draw that out. Let's get a Scavenger Grounds here. I'm going to get in for 1, and we'll Glimmer of Genius on their instep. Very nice. Favorable wins / wins. What up, playa? What's up, Skipper? Did we run out of gas already? Nah, we're fine. We have Glimmer of Genius here to get gas back into our hands. Search for Azcanta is, again, a genius, or not a genius, a gas builder as well, so let's see what our opponent's doing here. Went up against, there's an Anointer Priest. Okay, I'm really confused now. This is a token artifact strategy. Locust God seems really good when you have favorable wins on the field. It's very good, Mr. Potato. That is a secondary win condition for us besides the Enigma Drake. Yeah. Da, 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 da. Alright. We have Servo here, gaining some life. Let's go for an in-phase Glimmer here. Dagger Burn variant. Favorable wins on top for sure. We're going to bottom the Round Up Ruins. Nice. Okay, what do we got here? Enigma Drake. Nah, we'll keep it. Let's get out a Favorable Winds this turn. Hold up a 2/2 and just swing in for 2. Again, I'm not really going to see probably a lot of burn from them. You might see it, so I did tap that blue just in case. Or not just in case. Tapped it incorrectly. Should have tapped a Island and a Scavenger Grounds there. What up, Sean? Opponent is tapped out here. We're going to get in for 2. Next turn we'll be playing out the Drakes and or Glimmering again. But again, Search for Azcanta is going to help us kind of build that graveyard. So Enigma Drake can come in as a 3/5, well, 5 toughness, and then 3/4, 6/6, or 6/5, whatever. Down to 16. Opponent's going to have 3 cards in hand with 1, 2, 3, 4 mana up. Might have some improvised cards here. Maybe a Maverick Thopterist. I just want a super jank deck next week there, please. Okay, we'll do. Might we see a crazy artifact deck soon, like with Pia's Revolution, Tezzeret's, and Improvise? Ooh, Panharmonicon? I don't know. Sorry, I'm like, oh, you're fine, Herman. Fleetwheel Cruiser coming in. They're getting in for 7 this turn thanks to the Cruiser. I'm tapped out. Might be worth it to board in some negates from the sideboard. Excuse me. Getting in for 7 here, take me down to 13. Not a problem. What is the 1 blue-white flyer with prowess? Bloodwater Entity. That's what you're thinking of. Field of Ruin into the graveyard. Sure. Getting into another land with that is okay.
This is most disturbing.
Let's go for Enigma Drake here. It's going to be a 3/5. Huge fan of Strats and Flyers. Nice. Sorry, I had to go grab some food. Who won the Fan Friday deck choice? That was a Guy Human with a blue-red Favorable Winds deck. What if you say I love this chick? Why rob me? Getting in for 2 here. Now again, he can't crew for 2 next turn, so... But of course we would just trade with the Drakes. Build a Construct Tribal deck. I thought about that. I thought about doing a Thopter Flyer, like Favorable Winds deck. I might do that in the future. Looking through the other cards in the sets. When should we send the decks in? Anytime before, basically Thursday, like night, because I look at them on Thursday, like right after the stream on Thursdays, and then I kind of like tweak them, and then let people know on Fridays who got it, and then we streamed on Friday. So generally how I do it. Let's see, 2 mana here, 3 mana. Okay, Filigree Familiar. Gonna gain 2 life. That's gonna be pretty significant for them for the life gain. You running Bringer of Glory? Yeah, there's one in the main board and one in the sideboard. So I put one in the main board because having 2 Locust Gods, or it's Locust God, right? So I'm thinking of, yeah, Locust Gods is so this gym shirt, dope. Thanks. Yeah, the 2 Locust Gods in the main board were just a little bit too much because they're 6 mana, and while they are great, you're usually dead by the time you get to them. So Glory Bringer being at 5 is a little bit better. It can also kind of remove a creature, like a Fleetwheel Cruiser here. Let's see, if he decides to attack out here, we're going to trade. I don't mind doing that. Getting in for 3 creatures. Very nice. We're going to block the Fleetwheel Cruiser here. Do not mind trading there because we do not lose any because of the trample here. 5 toughness. Going down to 11. Opponent has 1 card in hand, so let's see. Search for Azcanta. What do we got? Lookout's Dispersal. We can put that on top here. Or we can throw it. I think throwing it is a little better, making a 4/5. Let's throw it. Oh, I see. Actually, I drew it. Never mind. I think it's fine to draw it anyway because we do have a pirate on the battlefield, so it is just 1 mana. That could help against a turn 5, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 5 or 6 mana drop. Let's get in for 2 again. Dude, to put this with Locust God and draw 7 cards. Nice. Anyone ever tried the McDonald's signature sauce that goes with the tenders? Pretty good. I haven't been to McDonald's in quite a while. Although I did go to Burger King today randomly. Jess was like, "Oh, I'm really craving Burger King because they have the spicy chicken nuggets." And I was like, "Oh, okay, that's fine. That sounds fine." 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 mana. 2 cards in hand. What do we got going on? We going for a Glory Bringer? That would be amazing. To counter here. Been trying to somehow build an Artificer tribal deck. Okay, making some 1/1s. Gotcha. That's fair. Going to 15 because of that, thanks to Anointer Priest. If we have the opportunity to kill Anointer Priest, we definitely will. He might attack with the Familiar here just to get some card draw value. We'll definitely block it. He will get some card draw value out of that, so that does suck for us. But we do not want to take any more damage from his side of the board. Put on some energy, counter decks there. Focus on Scrapper Champion because of her art is amazing. Boy, it's hard not to make this graph. Deck building is sometimes difficult. I can agree with that. Alright, 3 cards in our opponent's hand. No main phase 2 play. They're just passing here. Going to go for another Search for Azcanta. Stormfleet Aerialist. We're going to say no and put that into our hand. I do not mind getting out here for 5. Again, it comes down with a +1/+1 counter, so it's a 2/3, but it's also a 3/4 thanks to favorable wins. No secondary play there. Let's get out a Aerialist. So a great blocker for us. Basically racing now thanks to the Anointed Priest being on the battlefield. What is everyone playing tonight? Testing out Bant Fog with Sandweed Sacrament. I saw that list. Is that you who sent it to me, Scotty? That list was really cool. I want your opinion on the deck I'm working on. Is there any way I can send it to you? Patrick, you can always post it in the Facebook group. I and everyone else in there will most likely have an opinion on it. We like to talk decks there as much as possible. Let's see. Search for Azcanta. They're passing. Harness Lightning. Let's say no. Let's draw it out and put Harness Lightning against the Anointer Priest here, so we can get that out of there, out of the way. We can do a Scavenger Grounds right after that, but I tapped it, so I'm not going to use it. Let's see what we got here. Trying to protect it, I assume. With a Spell Pierce, maybe? Negate, okay. Let's go with a Lookout's Dispersal to get rid of that Anointer Priest. Again, that's going to get 2 instant cards in our graveyard. Oop. And it's going to pump up the Enigma Drake here to a 5/5. Can you make a banned Tishana deck similar to MTG Goldfish, but more budget? I could try. You could send me the list in the group there. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned this yet, but I'm probably looking into doing some more modern decks in the future. So next week or the week after, look forward to some budget modern decks. Can't wait to do that. Really want to try and diversify the content here. So Jolt does do some EDH and some modern, but I would love some more modern on the channel itself. Alright, gonna do some 3 damage here, kill the Anointer Priest. Then we're attacking in for a lot of damage. We're attacking in for 10 here, so does he have anything to kill anything? If not, this is game. Three cards in hand. Doing 10 damage. And that's game. Let's go to sideboard here. Sweet. Now let's see. Let's take out a... Let's put in a Braid. Take out a Harness Lightnings. Aw, they just skipped. Oh, fine. Fine. Let's go to game 2 here. Be that way. Submitted life gain deck. Did some playtesting to see how it plays out. Went more of a Turbo Fog build. Gotcha. Aggro is very real. That is very true, Scotty. Opening hand here. Let's see. 2 Sorfleet Aerialist. A Lookout's Dispersal. 2 of them actually in a Glimmer. This is actually okay. We're on the draw as well, so if we get into a Siren, that would be amazing. Black mana. Ooh, this is the, is this the black aggro deck here? There's the Siren. Awesome. So we do get a attack trigger from Stormfleet next turn if he doesn't kill the Storm Tamer. We'll just see what happens. Anyone tried Path, Wrath, and Commander? Have not yet, no. No Riddleform, yeah, no Riddleform in this strategy. It's going to be more of a pirate build, so. Built your mono white D&D on a budget, went 4-0 this Thursday. Nice! Keep up the good work. Appreciate that, Troy. That's awesome, man. If you're building for modern, then build for speed. It works. Absolutely, Jack. That's what I plan on doing. I'll probably do a bunch of aggro decks, and then try and come up with some cool control decks, or more mid-range decks, perhaps. But I would really like to just do some really nice janky decks. That'd be fun, too. Opponent playing out a Glint Sleeve here, passing. Let's get into an Aether Hub here. Then we're going to attack out here for 1. No blocks because it's flying. Taking him down to 20. Let's get out an Aerialist here. We can actually kill the Night Market Lookout if we need to, but I'm assuming that there's going to be a Fatal Push coming to the Stormfleet Aerialist. Inspired me to play Green White Cats and FNM tonight. Nice! Let me know how that goes, man. That's awesome. Let's see. Oh, no attacks here. Okay. Or no spells at the beginning of the turn. They're going to get some triggers going. We're going to block here. Let's see. He might just have a kill Supernatural Stamina. Okay. Ouchies. Did not expect that card in a standard deck, but very good card out of the way. Bone Picker coming in thanks to that ability we just did. Oh, Toon Bone Picker's coming in. Oh, it's game. That's game. All we need now is red mana, and yeah, we're done. That's a good old GG right there. Wow. We'll hold up a dispersal here, but we're going to take some major damage next turn. Modern Elephant Tribal would be great. That would be cool. Let's see. Beginning, they're going to draw a card. Getting in for 3, 6, 9. Yeah, that's game. That was so fast. We can try and kill the Night Market Lookout again, which we do succeed in doing that. We take 8 down to 6. Too late for anything basically this turn. They drew it to Night Market Lookout there. Let's see, Siren's Lookout. Ah, that's it. That's game. Wow, that was a turn 4 kill. Let's go to sideboard here. Suns is definitely coming in here. Let's see, Braid's coming in. Let's take out the dispersals, since we're going up against a very fast deck here. It's board in Lightning Strike and a Harness Lightning. Let's see. Locust God is good for a slower strategy, but I don't like it here. Let's build it in a Glorybringer in place of that. Nice, I'm building this black deck now. Bone Picker is so good, guys. Yeah, Sam, I agree. I think it has real modern potential. It just hasn't really found a deck yet. A 3/2 for 1 with Flying and Death Touch. It's very good. Let's see. Flying. I think we're okay with everything else what we have in our deck here. Let's submit. Let's go to round 2. Some of the mono red players have been switching to Rakdos or mono black recently. Gotcha, Scotty. Play first, yes. I mean, Scotty, the black, you know, the color has a lot of power in it, so I wouldn't blame them. We go first. I don't really have a great hand here. We do have Harness Lightnings and a Strike with 2 Siren Lookouts. We'd really love another mana. I think this is a keep based on the way the curve is. Let's keep, but we'll see what happens. This might be a dead on board hand, though. Let's get out a island here and pass. Dev's newest brew? Gotcha. Oh yeah, he did drop something like that, didn't he? I just remembered. Getting in for 1 here. Yeah, Vicious Conquistador. Gonna pass. Let's get into your red mana, hopefully. Yes! We stabilize. Very cool. Let's go for a strike here. Some Samba. Alright, we're gonna pass turn. Okay. Opponent's turn, drawing. Placing a 2nd mana, if near Deadlands. Getting out Glintsleeve Siphoner. Almost like Dev's gotcha. I don't think Devin had Glintsleeve, but yeah, he did deck on a mono black aggro. Glintsleeve is still very good. I think it's a fantastic inclusion in this deck. Excuse me. Go for a Spirebluff Canal here. Let's go for a Harness Lightning. Just do 1 damage to that. Build up some energy for us. Again, we could have played out the Siren here, but we really want to be playing out Tit for Tat on his creature base. So, just see what we can do. Opponent did not hit a land drop there. There's a Harness Lightning going to that Aetherborn. There's a Desert. 4 cards in hand for our opponent. Have an Enigma Drake. Gonna get an Aether Hub here. Let's go for Harness Lightning. Let's kill that. And pass turn. Why Strike over Lightning there? I mean, it really doesn't matter. I mean, we could have built up some more energy, but we did get a Glintsleeve Siphoner. So, there's another Aetherborn. Jeez. So many. Conquistador. Would love to get into a Sweltering Suns right now. That'd be cool. Let's see what we get. Ramnap Ruins is not bad. Have a 3/4 here, but a 2/3 could definitely kill that. Let's go for a Siren Lookout. Let's see what we get on top here. So the land Glorybringer is definitely what we want. I am okay with that. Can kill the Gifted Aetherborn 100%. Now, Siren Lookout, he'll have to have a creature die for the Fatal Push trigger, so he may attack out with both. I'll kill the Conquistador. Oh, Walk the Plank, never mind. Ouch! Well, better that than my Glorybringer. Getting in for 4 here. Getting some life back. Okay. Gonna draw into a Glorybringer here. Let's get that out. And get a Gifted Aetherborn kill. Bada bing, bada boom. There it goes. Alright, next turn we'll get out a Siren Lookout or an Enigma Drake. Probably a Lookout here to help stabilize our hand. Opponent down to 16. We're even right now. The glory is coming. Alright, opponent, what do you got? You got another land drop here for me? Doesn't seem to be a land drop. Going to be attacking in for 1 most likely to get that 2 trigger. Yeah, since Exert is making it tapped. Do we have a secondary kill spell for the Glorybringer? Up to main phase 2 here. Does it die? Do you have a Walk the Plank? Septarian House, you're fighting on so far. Pretty good, Jake. Pretty good, Jake. Playing blue-red favorable wins. Ruin Raider. Forgot to change the life thing, or the match thing. Pursue your glory. Let's see. Drawing a card here. Got Bone Picker, okay. Sweltering Suns here is pretty hilarious. Hit cancel first. Let's go for a Siren Lookout. Just to do some setup here. That is fun. Let's do that. On top. And pass turn. I love that he used bleed animation when you gain life. It's weird, yeah, that's strange. There should be like a little halo or something, like wings or whatever. Like, oh, Glorybringer, so hot right now. It's true. Alright, let's see what we can do. He's probably going to attack out with both. I can kill the Ruin Raider, then he can get out a Bone Picker. Yeah, that's going to be what he's going to do. If you could replace one card and stand with a modern card, what would you take out and what would you bring in? Oh, there's a Walk the Plank. Wow, okay. We still have a Bone Picker coming in. 3 cards in our opponent's hand. That does suck for us. I'm trying to think what cards could take out / bring in. 3 cards in our opponent's hand, going to 4 next turn. I assume he's going to be drawing a land this coming turn. For us, we'll be playing out a Aerialist and Enigma Drake, most likely. Probably just an Enigma Drake, since it is a 4-drop. Amit Eternal, okay. Oh no, are we buffering today? I just noticed that my stream like buffered for like a millisecond on my screen. Huh. Randus Mono Black deck last night went 4-1. Its vehicles, nice. Overflowing Insight replaced with Anoint. Another Mythic, nice. That would be funny. I would like a dig through time, please, even though it's not already banned or whatever. Let's see. We have Harness Lightning. You could kill this guy and then get out Enigma Drake. I think that's pretty fair. Yeah, it doesn't matter how we tap it. It's okay. Yeah, turning him to a 4/4. Yeah, we boarded in the removal against this deck for sure. Let's get Enigma Drake's now 5/4. And we're representing basically a 2-turn clock. Buffer for a second, gotcha. Wonder why I did that. It's saying health is good, I don't know. Very interesting. Doomfall, love to see Geist in standard. Geist would be cool. Let's see, do we have a Doomfall on the Enigma Drake here? Glensleeve Siphoner coming down. 2 cards in our opponent's hand. Had a land drop this turn. No attacks, obviously. Does have 2 energy for a Glensleeve next turn, so Storm Tamer is actually not bad. Let's get in for an attack here. Getting in for 5. Taking him down to 6. And main phase 2, let's get out an Aerialist and a Storm Tamer. We're going to keep the Aether Hub up just in case we need to use Storm Tamer's ability on a targeted ability for our creatures. And pass. We now represent lethal. Sure, we'll let that die. We're going to keep the Enigma Drake alive, so. Geist into Anointed Procession. Endless value! I would like to see Smuggler's Copter brought from Modern, brought back, and Lost Legacy out. Oh, there's a win there for us. Alright, we're on to game 3 here. Let's update our listing there. There we go. Nice. Had enough removal for us to win the match there. So I think we're okay with our setup here. Our Devastation might be able to come in here and be useful. I'm not sure what we would want to take out here. I think we're alright. Let's go with this. Alright, going to game 3 here. See what opening hand has for us. We're on the draw again, so if we don't get into much mana this opening hand, we could always just hope for a draw, but would like to see what we have. Opponent deciding whether or not to play first or not. Normally the person on the play for an aggro deck is going to be the one who wins, but we don't know. Let's see, we've got 4 mana, 2 Stormfleet, and a Harness Lightning. This is actually okay if we can get into a Siren again, just like we did last game. Spire Bluff Canal is going to be the first card to play. Opponent's turn. I don't play Magic too much nowadays, with the exception of a draft every now and then, but I really enjoy watching your stream. I appreciate that, Bobby. Oh, we got into it again, the Siren. Nice, we are lucky here. As long as the Siren doesn't die for a turn and gets an attack in, I think we'll be okay. Let's see what the turn 2 play is. Might be a Glintsleeve Siphoner. If he wants to just kill the Siren, though, that would be a good idea. There's a Siren kill. There's a Bone Picker, that's why. Okay. Yeah, we'll Harness Lightning that. Do not mind playing the tempo gain. Let's go for a Mountain here. Let's Harness Lightning. Heal for 2. Have 1 energy. Hey, Taryn, how goes the day? Thank you for the accept of the Facebook page. No problem, Christopher. Let's see. Going to turn 3 here. Opponent has 5 cards in hand with the draw. 3rd mana drop. There's the If Near Deadlands. 4 cards in hand. Getting out a Glintsleeve Siphoner. We don't have a way to kill it this turn, but we might get into a Magma Spray next turn. He does get an energy from that. We'll play out a land. Oh, there's a Conquistador as well. Okay. Getting out a land next turn. Maybe a Stormfleet. Just for giggles. Let's see. I do like Field of Ruin here to kill the Deadlands. Let's go for that since we have nothing to do this turn. Let's thin our deck a little bit and go for a blue here. And we'll pass. Deadlands could be a little bit deadly to an Aerialist if it came down. And he had a 4th land drop that turn. Going against 4 Lost Legacy was hard the past couple weeks. That's why I have that bias. No fun decks are no fun. That's correct, Scotty. Oh my gosh, I should make a deck that just has 4 Lost Legacy main board or something. A black-white, like, lockdown deck. 4 Lost Legacy, 4 Gideon's Intervention, and in the sideboard we have 4 Dispossess. My god. That sounds glorious. I might make that this week, actually. You guys ready for some jank? I'm going to show you some jank. Getting in for this turn. Ooh, getting into some mana here. I'm not a big fan of what's happening. Let's get out an Aerialist for a blocker for the Conquistador. It's not going to be able to kill it. How the matchup's going, Crispy? They're going alright. First game, we won the first match, and then the opponent dropped. This is the second game. We're in game 3, so we're 1-1. Opponent has a slight advantage right now because we seem to be mana flooding, but what else is new? Let's see here. Opponent might just want to kill the Aerialist to get a Bone Picker out, so that could be the play. Plus Ixalan's Binding, James? Yes, absolutely. Oh, that just sounds awful. Alright, we're going to block here. Take 2, 3 with the tap ability with Vicious. Okay. 4 mana for our opponent. Yeah, he did have a 4 mana, so there's a Ruin Raider coming down. Sounds gross. Lock it down, son. I want to see that. Black-white lockdown. Yeah. Ruin Raider. Okay, he drew into a Ruin Raider. Sweltering Suns is amazing here for us. Let's see what we want to do. 4 cards in hand. We could hold a Aerialist in our hand and pass for a turn to represent that we have nothing in our hand. We're going to be bluffing. They will likely play out a Ruin Raider again. They might have Duress though. If they have Duress, then we're just out of luck. Or a Doomfall. But really wanting to try and get that other Ruin Raider out of their hand as well onto the battlefield. Because it isn't legendary. There's a Walk the Plank. Okay, we're going to take some real damage this turn for this play. Maybe a Bone Picker coming down as well. 3 taking 6 damage for this play. 3 cards in our opponent's hand. Wow, nothing. Okay. Gifted Aetherborn in hand as well. No problem. Yeah, we're going to have to do this. So they predicted that coming in. Supernatural Strength on the Glint Sleeve. Ouch. Coming in tapped. We'll play out a Aerialist here. Whoop. Do get some energy from that. This is going to be a loss for us. Swing Sweltering Suns and then cast Aerialist. Yeah, we could have done that as well. I did want to get the extra value for the next turn, but I don't think it matters either way. They did have Supernatural Stamina. They do have 2 other cards, a Ruin Raider and a Gifted Aetherborn in hand, so they're just going to overpower us regardless. You still going to do a standard deck text besides the modern ones, don't you? Yeah, Mr. Potato. I'm going to try and do both. So I might split it into like 2 standard, 2 modern. Dirty Mono Black Aggro, nice wipe. Yeah, we have an Alma Eternal here. And they also have a Ruin Raider in hand, so keep that in mind. So they have nothing but value right now. We boarded into just nothing but land. It happens, though. Okay. What is our pool here? Another Sweltering Suns would be amazing. Not a Sweltering Suns. It's a land. And that's a good old concede. Woo! 2 Walk the Planks and a Ruin Raider. Had nothing. What are we going to draw into? A Braid. Okay. And a Mountain. Man. Just mana screwed all over. Let's go into game 3. Alright, let's click that up. There we go. He had all the answers there. It happens. Black has some of the best removal in the entire format right now. Ruin Raider with 4 drops. That dude is playing risky. Let's see. Opening hand here we have a Glimmer, Stormfleet, Lookout's Dispersal, Lookout Dispersal, and a Magma Spray. The Aether Hub being in here is okay to keep here. Let's go with it. We are on the draw. Why not start off with 1 Modern deck on Mondays? Maybe. Let's go with an Aether Hub here and then pass turn. This looks like a Constrictor deck, perhaps? Let's see, opponent playing out a card. Swamp. Hapatra, okay. Yeah, we're going to exile that. This is the -1/-1 counter deck. Let's get out an island here and just play out an Aerialist. We do not get the abilities here, but we can do a Lookout Dispersal the following turn as long as Aerialist stays alive. Modern Mondays? Woo! Anthony. Maybe. Let's see. Search for Ascanta. We're definitely putting that down. And then we're passing turn. Modern Mondays, Standard Tuesdays, Modern Wednesdays, Standard Thursdays. Ooh. Fancy. Tap land here for our opponent here. 3 mana. So they could get out that enchantment for the, there it is, Nest of Scarabs. Called it. Opponent is passing for the turn. We have a Search for Azcanta trigger here. What do we got? Aether Hub. We're not going to put that into our graveyard because we need mana desperately. Let's go for an Aether Hub kill here on this. Get 2 energy back. Or 1 energy. Swing in for 1. And pass. Luckily you flying over all the Death Touch snakes. That's true, Crispy. Meta Monday. Trashy Tuesday. Wacky Wednesday. Thrifty Thursday. Fresh Friday. Wow, 2 Nest of Scarabs. Okay. They're just doing some complete setup this turn. Okay. Let's see what we get into this turn. Siren Lookout. We'll draw into that. Let's go with this. Explore. Siren Storm Tamer. Let's bottom that. We really need some mana. Let's get in for 1 here. Kill the Matador. Yes. Good, good. Was running late today, so I literally threw a bunch of decks in my backpack today for FNM. Hope I got some good. Nice. We have a Plague Belcher coming in. It's going to be getting some counters. We're going to make a lot of Scarabs this turn. Alright, making 4 little insects. And passing turn. Let's see what we get here. Enigma Drake. No, we're going to draw into that. It is a 2/4. We could Lightning Strike here, but I do think Enigma Drake is a better play for us. Let's get that out. It is a 2/4 for now, but let's get in for 2/3. Not a problem. Down to 16 life. This music, man, it's just like nostalgic, but also super fun, and I enjoy it a lot. Let's see, getting in for 1, 2, 3, 4. We could double block here. See if they have a pump spell for the Plague Belcher. They might, since they are green. But just killing the Aerialist might be what they want to do. Maybe a Fatal Push for the Enigma Drake now. Wow, Obelisk Spider, okay. Search for Azcanta trigger, Magma Spray. We're going to draw into that. However, we don't have green mana, or not green mana, red mana right now, so we're going to hold up some Lookout's Dispersals. And then let's just get in for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, let's get in for 4 here. Oh, it has reach. Forgot about that. Silly. Wasn't paying attention. That was my fault. They make more insects out of that. Cannot believe I forgot that. Plague Belcher is a nice combo with Ama Eternal as long as you can get rid of counters on 1 turn. In 1 turn, yeah. Swinging in for 7 this turn, thanks to my negligence. Thanks, Robert. Costly Plunder, drawing some cards. 5 cards in hand. They do have a Revolt trigger right now, thanks to that sack. So they could Fatal Push the Enigma Drake, but I think they're just going to attack him for 6. That's fair. Nope, no attack with the Spider, okay. Not bad. Grind, okay. Look at those triggers. Yeah, I think we're out of this now. Game 2 will be boarding in definitely the second Sweltering Suns and the Abrades. I'd like to get rid of the Lookout's Dispersal. We're going up against a lot of creature-based strategies. I was not expecting that. Usually I am the there's a person in the Facebook group yesterday said that I was a control player magnet. I just attracted them. But not today. Let's see, Sweltering Suns. See, if we had the mana, we could use it, but we don't. So we need to put it in the graveyard here. Siren Lookout. That does help us a little bit here. Come on, there is a Raminap Ruins. Okay. We could use a Magma Spray on a Hapatra if that does come out in the next turn, but we're up against a pretty large insect army. Yeah, this spider's gonna be a big problem for us thanks to the reach. Josh, this is Guy Human. Submitted this through the emails. This is blue-red favorable wins. You're fine, Josh. I read it the way you wanted it to. Getting in for 10 here. I'm just going to block a nondescript amount. He's going to give Mr. 8. Down to 4. There's a Hapatra. We got the one land that's going to hurt us. We do have a Chandler Initiate coming down and giving -1/-1 counters on itself, so we can get some triggers as well. We could have killed that one, but it's a 3/4 without that, so we couldn't Magma Spray it. I think we're just dead on this. Top deck another land, come on, yeah. Now we're dead. Too late! We had to bottom the 1 Sweltering Suns that was in our deck, so let's see what Search for Escanta does give us. Lightning Strike, sure, we can grab into that, but we're dead. Let's go to concede here. Second Suns is coming in. Let's get into Glorybringer, take out the Locust Gods, take out the Dispersals. Bring in a Harness Lightning and a Braid. Sort real quick. And let's bring an Hour and take out 1 Lookout. Let's do that. Coming at ya. Yeah. Yeah. This is, again, some of my favorite music. Just nitpicking about grammar. My own included. Earlier today, I rearranged the whole sentence in an email so I didn't end with a preposition. Nice, Josh. Play first? Yes. Alright, opening hand has red mana, but again, it's hurting us mana. Aether Hub is okay. Favorable wins in the area list. I think this is a keepable hand. Let's go with it. Field of Ruins is going to help us a little bit because they do have the Ifnir Deadlands in the deck here. Let's go with a island and pass turn. Opponent's turn here. 8 mana, or 8 cards in hand. River's Rebuke seems reasonable against a token strategy. That's cool as well. Duress, most likely going to hit the Lightning Strike or favorable wins. I would say Lightning Strike. Yep. Alright, our turn getting into a island here. Let's get an island out and get out a favorable win so a Duress does not hit that. Wait, are there not Riddle Forms in this deck? There's no Riddle Forms, Crispy. Alrighty. Opponent going to 7 cards in hand. Going to likely play out a second land. Maybe Hapatra this turn. Yeah. Because he got rid of the Lightning Strike. That was a good old-fashioned Telegraph. Top a Storm Tamer here. Let's get out an Aether Hub. And a Siren Storm Tamer. Okay. We could trade here. Of course, Stormfleet Aerialist does not get the raid trigger. There's a grind. Ouch. Let's see if it does damage this player. You may put a play. Okay, so we're just going to block here. Yeah, Riddle Form is very good. The thing is that we wanted to go. I wanted to keep it kind of close to what Guy had for his deck list. There's a Tranquil. Let's go for a Field of Ruin or a Glimmer of Genius. think a Glimmer is better here. We're going to be taking some damage this coming turn. But yeah, the dispersals in that slot would probably be the Riddle form if you wanted to do that. Coming in for 3. For the longest time, I thought Hapatra was a Naga. No, he's just, or she is just a human cleric. Interesting, putting it on themselves so they can get another snake. This deck seems like it's trying to do 2 different things by running more non-creature spells than flyers. Obelisk Spider. We do have the Enigma Drake in the actual deck here, so... Let's see, Stormfleet Aerialist and Island. We actually don't want either one of these. Sweltering Suns is where it's at. We have this 2/4 Enigma Drake here. Let's go for an Enigma Drake play here to stop some snakes or Hapatra herself. We'll definitely survive a Sweltering Suns next turn. And hopefully get in with an attack on the Enigma Drake. I got you, Chair, but man, this could use it. Yeah, I could see Crispy. I could see that Crispy, for sure. But again, whenever someone submits a Fan Friday deck to me, I try to like tweak it to what they're trying to do, rather than just like completely remake the deck. Because Riddle Form is a fantastic card. I actually thought about making this into a more Whirler Virtuoso energy-based deck, but I thought that would have changed it a little bit too much. Let's see. Opponent's saying sorry. No worries. Duress. Gonna grab the Sweltering Suns. That's probably game. We'll be doing one more game right after this. Getting in for 2 Death Touch here. Enigma Drake does turn into a 4/5 here, so that is pretty nice for us. Okay. Would have been great if we got another Sweltering Suns there. Let's go for an attack here. Do fan submission decks not work as is? Clint, sometimes, like, I really like them most of the time. Let's see. We can go for an attack here. We could kill the spider if he decides to block. No problem. But I like to tweak it just a little bit. Whoops, sorry. Dropped a thing. I like to tweak them just a little bit, but that's just me personally. Let's get out a Siren Lookout. Let's see what we get from the top here. Spire Bluff Canal. And let's get out a Stormfleet Aerialist. Okay. 2/3, 3/4. 2 cards in hand for our opponent. Anti-style, she's a human. Check out Hapatra's Mark, yeah. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dust. Okay, gonna kill the Enigma Drake. We will just take the 3. Going down to 12. Alright, our turn here. Glorybringer is a very good top deck for us. Let's use some energy for that. Let's get out some Glorybringer. And then we're going to swing out and kill the Hapatra here. Do you have a Blossoming Defense? You do not. So we have 3 snakes. So we're not at the end of the game just yet. Our opponent is down at 10. So now we're racing. Playing a second Hapatra here. 2 cards in hand for our opponent. I would assume getting out for 3 here. Yep. Let's Let's see. If we top deck another Glorybringer, that would be amazing. Stupid sexy dragon. It's a good card. Costly Plunder. Gonna draw some cards here. Playing a land. 2 cards in hand. What do we got here? Plague Belcher. Okay. Gonna make some more snakes thanks to that. Correct? Yeah. 5/4 Menace. Enigma Drake here coming in. 4/5. Let's see, we're at 9. Let's get in for just 3 here. We need to double block the Plague Belcher here. Alright, there we go. Next turn, Glorybringer will untap, and then we can swing in for the win if they don't have answers. It's crazy how fast a game can change. Let's see, 2 cards in hand for our opponent. Probably looking for an Obelisk Spider. Let's see, 4 cards. Archfiend of Ifnir. Ooh, spicy. Why is the deck running white? It's running for Grind to Dust. With Dust is here, it's exiling number of target creatures that have -1/-1 counters on them. So it's a really great way to handle that. Let's see. Getting in from 1, 2, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we're just going to block here. 7, 8, 9. If you have a Blossoming Defense, we're dead. So let's hope they don't have a Blossoming Defense, because the next turn, my Glorybringer will untap, can kill the Archfiend of Ifnir, swing in for game, and that'll be it. So let's see. Do you have a Blossoming Defense? The 1 card in your hand. Do you have it? Oh my gosh, you have it? Okay, they're going to cycle. Again, that doesn't mean a game lost for us, for sure. We can still kill Archfiend of Ifnir. This does mean that our Siren does die. Oh, the triggers? Yeah, but that's game. Cool. Going down to 2. Whew. Getting into Siren Lookout here. Let's play that out. Does this deck have Fling? It does not have Fling, no. Let's see, we're going to get in here. He's a demon, so I can still kill him. And that's game. Let's go to sideboard here. We're into game 3. I believe was that game 1? That was game 3. Game 2. Okay, let's go to game 3. I think we're okay as is. Let's submit that. Okay. Choosing whether or not to go first. I assume they would want to go first. But we squeaked out a win there thanks to Glorybringer. Opening hand. Not good. Let's mulligan here. Alright, a little bit better. Let's keep this. Let's see what's on top. A Braid. Let's put that on top as well. You mulligan to 5. Let's see here. Opponent's turn here. Hitting 6. Fling and Drake is hilarious if your graveyard is filled. That's true, Crispy. Let's see. Let's got a Siren here. Sound like a little bit like a co-pilot there. Just got in this Decklist speed. What's up, Justin? Yeah, we're doing okay. On to game 3 right now against a Hapatra -1/-1 counter deck. Opponent had to mulligan to 5, so we'll see what happens. Channel or Initiate will likely kill that with an Abrade or a Lightning Strike. There we go. Cancel. Let's get that with an abrade. Whoop. Need to pay some life for that. And then just get in for 1. Bada bing, bada boom. Opponent's hoping for some good top decks. I'm hoping for some red mana so that I don't have to ping myself for red mana. No plays on turn 3. Harness Lightning is okay. Let's get an Aether Hub here. And then just continue to attack out. We played Siren, now they are 20 turn clock. Yep. We do have Lightning Strikes in the hand though, so we could get in 6 damage directly if we need to. But we're going to hold these up for some Hipatras or Obelisks. We do have 1 energy for Aether Hub here, so a Harness Lightning can kill an Obelisk Spider. There it is. Yeah, we're going to kill that. That is a frustrating card for us. We have an Enigma Drake coming down. Again, pinging ourselves for that, but we really can't help it. Let's get in for 1 here. Could have left the island open for an Aether Hub instead of an Aether Hub for the Siren Storm Tamer to protect the Enigma Drake, but got a little excited. Opponent at 17. We're at 17. There's a grind. Gonna kill the Storm Tamer. No white mana though, so we can't do Dust just yet. Let's go for a Glimmer here. Main phase. We're going to put that on the bottom. Let's bottom the Enigma Drake as well. I drew into a Drake, never mind. Let's get into here for 2. My problem with Standard is that I can't really figure out the meat at my local James store. The only events are Standard Showdown and Game Day. The only draft at F&M. Oh, that sucks. The local game store I go to most of the time, if anybody's down for a draft, they normally just crack one off immediately. Because drafting is, I would say, some of the most fun you'll have for Magic. Although this set, Ixalan itself, is really difficult for draft. It's just sort of lopsided. Here's an Obelisk Spider. Glorybringer. Let's see, we can go in for a Lightning Strike here and an Aerialist. We're going to represent that anyway. You got it, baby. Shake that off the top. Okay, let's see. Going for 2. Let's see if you want to block. You do. Okay. Let's get out an Aerialist here. We have 2 energy to burn for a Lightning Strike. Let's see if I have a Blossoming Defense. You do not. There we go. Meat versus equals meta. I think he meant meta. I just said meat because it was in the text. I'm Ron Burgundy? Just say things sometimes. Let's see. We have 5 land for our opponent. 2 cards in hand. Playing out another land. 1 card in hand. Soul Stinger. This is coming in as a 2/3. Aether Hub coming out here. Nice. Let's just be aggressive and get out a Glorybringer. Bada bing, bada boom. Yeah, gonna make a Glorybringer a 2/2 thanks to Soul Stinger. But we're still getting in for quite a bit here. Opponent down to 10. Top decking like a champ. Should have kept the Drake with 2 Lightning Strike in hand. Not that you'd have known, but then you'd have 3 Drakes. That's true. Siren Luck out here. Let's get in for 4. Down to 6. Let's go for a Siren Lookout. Nice. Let's hold up a Lightning Strike. Pass turn. We're offering match points next round. Let's see what you have. Top deck here. Is that game? Ooh, lots of mana. Archfiend Ifnir. Scorpion God. Ooh, fancy smancy. Well, 2 lightning strikes will handle it, so we'll just do that. I mean, 2 lightning strikes can also handle it to their face too, so it's not like I couldn't do that. I just like attacking out. Oh man, that's it. What did our opponent say there? We had a Enigma Drake. What are we gonna draw into? Favorable winds. That would have been just oppressive. Nice. All right, nice. Let's get in for let's do one more game since we had a little bit of a short game last time. Last game of the day. Opening hand. Look out, Dispersal, Harness Lightning, Enigma Drake, and Lightning Strike. This is not bad. I think this is a keep. Sideboard Aetherborns for Glint Sleeves. Oh, you guys are talking about different decks right now. Okay. I looked away for just a moment. We're going to keep. On the draw. The last game. Sunscorched Desert. Ooh, is this ramming up red? Looks like it. Luckily we have 2 burn spells in our hand, so should be fine. Getting it for 1. Search for Azcanta is a fantastic card for us to draw into here. Gonna pass turn here. Team hashtag Terran should do leagues. Yeah, I probably need to do that eventually, Josh. You're right. Taking the deck to my F&M tonight. We'll see how it does. Nice. Oh, you're fine, Crispy. One more game. All had Fen. Yeah. F&M wanted Dino deck. Nice. Yeah, this is looks like Ramnep. If near Deadlands, this is Rakdos, okay. Metallic Mimic. What is this? What is this? What are you gonna name? Construct? What? What? That's amazing. Okay. I'm excited right now. What are we playing right now? Let's go for a... I think Search is more important here. Let's go for that. We're taking some early damage, but I think we'll be okay. Again, we have a Strike and a Harness Lightning, so if they play another Courier, there's an Inventor's Fair. What of a deck are we playing? Here's another Mimic. Okay. I don't know what is going down. Okay, we are getting it for 3 here. Take me down to 14. Okay, something original. We're gonna yield here. Lightning Strike. No, we're gonna put that into our hand. Let's get a Mountain out here. We're gonna strike this Mimic. Alright, so we'll be taking 3 next turn, going to 11, but we do have enough for 2 burn spells next turn. 2 cards in our opponent's hand. Opponent is on Plan Browntown. We have a Swamp here. What do we got coming out? Scrap Trawler. Interesting. Wow. Okay. This is so cool. Didn't somebody say something about Contract Tribal earlier? Well, my Courier has 4 cards underneath it right now. Might be worth to kill this coming turn. We're going to kill the Scrap Trawler first. Wow. That is so cool. Alright, let's see what we got up here. Scavenger grounds. We're gonna put that into our hand. I think that's fine. Let's go for a scavenger grounds. He will get back the Mimic here, right? Whenever artifacts put in the graveyard from the battlefield, return to your hand target artifact card from the graveyard with lesser converted mana cost. Yeah, so the Mimic is going to go back into his hand if we kill it here, which we will want to do anyway, because that is annoying. Yep. We're going to kill the courier here, because we don't want to have them just drop a red mana and that be filling their hand up again. We've largely been on the defensive here, but next turn we'll be playing out a 3/4 Enigma Drake with a Lookouts Dispersal up, correct? No, we're just having it in our hand. 2 cards in hand. Match 4. Ah, Elliot. We've had a bunch of fast games. Mimic coming down here at 3/2, getting it for 2, taking us to 9. 1 card in our opponent's hand. Another Scrap Trawler? What is happening? What is happening? This deck. I'm in love. Getting it for 2 here, taking me down to 9. It's a 5/4 right now. Let's see if we can get into a Glory Bringer off the top. Tyrannus marathon stream today. No. Enigma Drake in the graveyard. Yes. An Aether Hub there from that. Have a 3/4 here. We can block these two. We'll take 7, I would assume. Let's see. This is a construct, yeah. So this is really fun. I like this a lot. Construct Tribal next week. Must build this for the stream. I might actually make this list. This looks really cool. 1 card in hand for our opponent. Gotta see what else they have in their deck here. Getting in for 5. Do not mind taking 5 for the turn. Let's see. Deadlands. Pictures Fair. Just got the stream. How the Flyers doing so far? Was thinking of making something similar. Phoenix, the Flyers doing okay. We're up against a weird construct deck right now. Let's see what Surge can get us. Glimmer of Genius. Let's say no and draw into that. Get out an Aether Hub here. This song. I just realized it was playing. The song is so random. It's just yelling. 2 islands. Yeah, we're going to bottom both of those. Magma Spray does help our situation here. Let's go for a Magma Spray on the Mimic. But it does give back... Oh my gosh, that's so hard! Okay, our Enigma Drake is a 4/4, so it can kill the Scrap Trawler. But if we do a Metallic Mimic kill here, the Courier will go back into their hand. So we want to wait, basically, until their turn. Okay, the music from weird to what? Yeah, Josh, this is probably my least favorite song on their soundtrack. It's just really random and like screamy. I can go to the next. That's fine. There you go. Let's pass here. We're at 4 life, so we'll have to block here. Kill the 3/2. 1 card in hand for our opponent. They do gain some life from this. Artifact creature is not a creature type. What's construct they're naming here? Is Ballista a construct as well? Magma Spray exiles, correct, right? So it doesn't go to the graveyard. You're right, you're right. So it doesn't matter. It's an instant either way, so I could play it this turn. Block here. Exile here. You're right, I just forget. Getting in for 2 here, take me down to 2. I feel like we're still dead. Just need to see what we can get in here. You got the courier back there from the scrap trawler. Passing turn here. We have enough to flip search for Azcanta as well. Let's see what we get into. What? What? No! Don't leave me! Why? Opponent. Opponent. Why opponent? That sucks. Okay, we're building that next week. Totally. That was awesome. We're gonna get up another round. We're gonna still just call this match 4 because I haven't made a match 5. Ah, that sucks. I'm totally making a construct deck though. That's really cool. Play first? Yes. No, mulligan. Keep. Thanks to the search for Azcanta here. And bottom. Let's get out a Spire Bluff Canal and pass. Do we have a braid in the deck? We have a braid in the sideboard, Anthony, so that is something to think about. But our opponent decided to skip town. Let's get out of Realm of Ruins and a search for Azcanta. We did it for the record. I love extremely weird music, so if you're super out there metal, check out Unexpect? Nice. Too bad I want to see that deck. Looks nuts. Yeah, Crispy, I really want to see that deck now. I'm going to try and search around and see if that deck list exists somewhere. If not, I'm probably make a deck list of my own. But that was awesome. Let's see, opponent's turn here. Dropping a swamp. Blue-black control, mayhaps? We're going to yield to this. Island? No, we're going to draw into an island here. Let's go for a Siren Lookout and see if it doesn't get censored. Might get censored here. Waiting on our opponent to censor it. Or Essence Scatter. There's an Essence Scatter. No worries. Opponent's turn here. 7 cards in hand. Playing out another land, I would assume. Could opponent leave the match be a viable strategy? I mean, against like maybe the mono black discard deck, sure. Let's see what we got here. Off the search for Azcanta. Stormfleet Aerialist. Sure, put that into our hand. Let's get out another Siren Lookout and see if this will stick. This might get the Supreme Willed. Censor, okay. 5 cards in hand for our opponent. Scarab God incoming, oh yeah, for sure. That's why the Glimmers and the Harness Lightning are in the main board here, but if we don't get into some land soon, we might not be able to survive. Let's see, 6 cards in hand for our opponent. There's an Evolving Wilds. Understand the concept of love. Here we go, search for Azcanta. Island, we're going to say no to that, put that into our hand. We could try for a Glimmer here. Let's see. Let's try for a Glimmer. It might just get Supreme Willed here. We could wait till next turn until he cracks his Evolving Wilds to play a Scarab God, but let's see. Gonna cycle a Fetid Pools. Okay, so no counter on the Glimmer here. They're looking for an untapped land. Yeah, Grixis Control here. Looking for, looks like maybe a red mana? Yeah. Scarab guy. Let's see. Harness Lightning. Perfect. Put on top. Put on top, sure. Pass. Alright, well, we have a Harness Lightning kill here. Let's see if we can get to a Scavenger Grounds pretty quickly. Might have been able to bottom that Aether Hub there. Opponent did not play a land this turn. Magma Spray. Into your graveyard? No. We're going to keep that into our hand here. Let's see, 1, 2. It's got an Aether Hub. Let's try for a Aerialist. Taryn, Sean, and I played some Standard yesterday. Nice! Very cool. Okay, let's see here. Assuming a Scarab God play, there's an Abrade coming in, killing the Aerialist, no problem. We have a way to kill Scarab God right here with Harness Lightning and Magma Spray, so do 4 damage with Harness Lightning, then do the remaining one for Magma Spray. He's looking for an untapped land. There it is. Nothing to do this turn, though. Favorite wins? No, we'll play that. Let's see if this will be countered. Nope. Very cool. Then it can come down as a 2/5. Again, we're just trying to bide our time until they play out a Scarab God, but this might not happen. Got a Censor cycling. 6 cards in hand for our opponent. Let's see what we got. There's a Search for Azcanta. Okay. We have Field of Ruin in our deck, so can handle that pretty well. 4 cards in hand. Search for Azcanta for us. Field of Ruin. We're going to put that into our hand. Play that out. Let's see. We could go for a Drake here. Let's go for a Drake and see if he'll take the bait. He's going to tap. Oh, he's going to let it hit. Okay. Just assuming a Scarab got it next turn. Pirates are tempo straightforward. I seriously thought it was nuts. I was on the verge of scooping. Next thing I know, 15 minutes game happened. Jeez. All these kill spells clogging up your hand. Is this a Scarab God deck or Primal Amulet? I'm not really sure yet. But I know Harness Lightning and Magma Spray can exile the Scarab God. So if that's the case, then we're good to go. If not, he might be holding up to try and help a counter against Scarab God. So we'll see what happens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 mana up for maybe a Spell Pierce. Throwing a mountain in the graveyard. Now we have a Field of Ruin here for Azcanta, so next turn we can definitely do that. Let's see what he's got for us. Tap land on the Canyon Slough. Is there any cards that have a ability that is when a creature enters the battlefield, draw a card? I want to say there is, probably in Modern, but I don't think in Standard right now. I assume you would run Hostage Takers and Kite Sail. Yeah, if you're running blue-black favorable winds, you'd want to run those guys for sure. Lightning Strike. Yeah, we're going to put that in the graveyard here. Got into a Locust God. That's kind of funny. We're going to kill this Azcanta. He's going to dig with it 1 time. Unless you have a disallow for the Field of Ruin trigger. You do not. Let's go for a island here. That's fine. Could have gone for a mountain, though. Pass turn. Actually, we're going to swing in. get in for 3. Turn into a Gearhulk blade, perhaps? Although that doesn't, you know, block this guy. Vraska's Contempt, okay. Sweltering Sun cycle here. Okay, is there a Bolas coming down this next turn? Is that what's happening? 6, 7, 8, 9. 3 cards in hand. Let's see. Glorybringer, okay. Let's go for a lightning, harness lightning, and see if this will stick. That does, okay. Search for Escanto. Put an island. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're gonna say no to work around his sensor. Yes. Let's see, 2 cards in hand. Which one do you think? What do you think? One of them will be a counterspell. I have a high likelihood, so let's go for a Azcanta on our turn here. Lookout's Dispersal is not bad. Bottom the rest and pass turn. Oh, you're fine, sideboard. I'm happy you guys are talking amongst yourself. That's good. Let's see. Opponent has 3 cards in hand. Tons of mana. There's an Aether Hub here. 2 cards in hand once again. Let's see. 3 cards. 4. 5. Another Glorybringer, perhaps. 6. There's a Nicobolus. Let's go with Lookout's Dispersal. One card in hand. Woo! We got it! Nice. Alrighty, we have a Lightning Strike here. Let's try for a Locust God. Does this hit? It does. Awesome. 5/5 flyer that makes 2/2s thanks to favorable winds. Okay. 2 cards in hand for our opponent. Playing out an Aether Hub. 1 card in hand. Let's see. Is this a Scarab God? There it is. Ouch. Luckily for us, we have Magma Spray and Lightning Strike in our hand, so we can actually get rid of Scarab God here. Goodbye, Nikki B. For the contract shop, you should run Panharmonicon or Vanquisher's Banner. Joel, I think I'd probably run Vanquisher's Banner. I really like that card a lot more than Panharmonicon, just thanks to the card draw ability. That card advantage is ridiculous. Come on. Opponent, what are you going to grab? Going to grab a Siren Lookout to explore. It's also a 4/4 flyer. Got Opt on the top there, okay. Whew, this has been a kind of close match. Search for Azcanta is just too good. Anthony, I would agree with that. If whoever gets us out and doesn't, it sticks for a couple turns, I mean, it's card value city. Let's see here, we're going to draw, we're going to Lightning Strike and Magma Spray the Scarab God and exile it. Have a 5/5 we can actually attack into with the Locust God here. If we get into another favorable winds, though, that would be amazing. Siren Stormcaller. Make a 2/2. Let's go for a Lightning Strike here. And a Magma Spray. That's an exiled card. We're going to look here real quick. Enigma Drake is in there, but we're going to say okay. Bottom. and get out a Storm Tamer. I don't mind swinging in here because the 5/5 will return to our hand if they do decide to block. No blocks. We're both in top deck mode, except I have Ask Kanta on the battlefield, so we're at a much better advantage. Best construct deck takes Fan Friday. William, nice. Oh, there's a sideboard or sideboarding win. There we go. We took game 1. That's awesome. Here we go now on the offense. Let's get rid of a pool from tomorrow. Locust God in here is actually quite good for us. We'll want to put in another Harness Lightning and take out a Lightning Strike. Glorybringers are okay. Lookout's Dispersal we're taking out and putting in Negates. And Disallows. Sort real quick. We could try for some Essence Scatters here and take out these other 2 Lightning Strikes. We could take out the Harness Lightnings and just put in Lookout's Dispersals. I'm okay with that. We would just basically be a full-on control deck, though, at that point. Let's take this out and put in this Dispersal. I think that might be fun. There we go. Let's try for that. Basically a favorable wins. Yeah, Essence Scatter just to counter Scarab God. Let's submit here. We're going to go super control-y for the next game. Drew like 4 Vraskic's Contempt in my first booster box in Ixalan, and I was so upset. No, not so much. Vraskic's Contempt, yeah, it's like, what, 15 bucks right now? Tough call between running more control versus zapping their face and going aggro. Yeah, Crispy, Lightning Strike was something to keep in there. Thanks to us hitting our opponent's face, and it does feed our Enigma Drake. But I think going for a more control-heavy strategy against a Bolas control deck here is going to be the better play for us because we'll have less dead cards in our hand. Spire Bluff, Search. Opponent is going to be going first, so they could have a possible Censor for the Search here. See if our opponent's going to mulligan or not. I'm going to keep. Let's hit a 6 here. Okay, let's see what we have here. Evolving Wilds, okay. Tap land. Let's get a Spire Bluff Canal out and pass turn. Let's see what we got here. 7 cards for our opponent. Getting out a Mountain here. It looks like a pass. Ooh, search for Azcanta. Alright, we're going to get out our own Search for Azcanta and pass turn. Nice. We're both on the search method here. Let's see what we can do against our opponent here. Siren Lookout will be the next play for us. Getting rid of a Vraska's Contempt. However, that would be good against Locust God. So that tells me that they either have another one in their hand or they're digging for answers here. We're going to all yield to that. Enigma Drake into our graveyard. Let's say yes. Let's say no for now because we want to make sure that we're holding up pressure on our opponents to make sure that they're wasting their cards. Let's go for a Siren Lookout here. I don't want to keep the Essence Scatter up until turn 5. Here's a Censor. What I don't get is how Carnage Tyrant is still $20. I mean, it's still a good card. I mean, there are answers for it, of course, but I mean, it's, I would say, the best anti-control card in green. But it's just, I feel like it's probably just based on, like, potential alone. But, you know, I haven't seen it in any kind of Pro Tour deck yet at all. Not even sideboards. Okay. 4 cards in hand for our opponent. 4 mana up. Aether Hub. I'm going to say no to that and put that into our hand. Let's get that and then offer a Essence Scatter up for a Locust God or Scarab God play on turn 5. Everybody is searching for Escantha these days. Must have good food or something. Here is a Glimmer of Genius. Okay. We have a Glimmer of Genius our own, so if they do not decide to do a Scarab God on their turn, we can do a Glimmer on the instep. 5 cards in hand for our opponent. Do you have a 5th land drop? There is a 5th land, but it is tapped, so no Scarab God this turn. Looks like a pass. Let's go for a Glimmer of Genius ourselves. This might get countered. Let's see. Yep, getting countered, no problem. Going to the graveyard. Search for Escantha. Favorable wins. We'll say no to that and put that into our playfield. Keep up an Essence Scatter once again. And pass turn. Nothing like holding a Disallow to stop Escantha flips. Yep. Of course, Escantha flip is a May ability, so you don't have to do that. Tyrant was going down, then Seth Manfield started playing it in his Teamer Energy deck mainboard. Gotcha. Didn't realize Seth was doing that. Let's see, 5 cards in hand for our opponent. Let's see for a Scarab God play here. Is it coming? Or is this a duress? No duress. Gaunty. Let's go for a Essence Scatter here. We don't want Gaunty hitting and grabbing anything from our deck. 1 card up here. Let's see what this has. Spirebluff Canal. We'll say yes. Siren Storm Tamer. Let's go for a Siren Lookout here. I'm assuming that a Scarab God play is going to be this turn. Let's see what we have on top here. Glorybringer is amazing. Let's keep that on top. And then play out a Storm Tamer. Oh man, unplugged my computer. No! Alright, we can get it for 5 next turn in flying. So we have 1 creature here in the sideboard. Or in the graveyard, not sideboard. The deck list has an extra lightning strike in the sideboard. No, Dustin! Why? There should be 1 extra in the sideboard, I believe. Blue is such a powerful color, but also the most annoying color. I can agree with that. Scarab God? Scorpion God. Ooh, spicy. Okay. No. Let's get a Enigma Drake here. Let's get him for 5 in the air. Okay. He's representing a 4-turn clock. We have 2 big bombs in our hand right now. Just need a gonna pop an island to the graveyard. Still searching for that Bolas or Scorpion God or Scarab God. This might be a loss for us thanks to our hand being kind of awkward. Let's see. Looks like a... What do we got? Gaunty, okay. Nothing but counter spells. We do have another Glorybringer and another Locust God in the deck, so you might be able to grab that. 3 cards in hand for our opponent. Would love to top deck a land here for a Glorybringer play. Swinging out for 5. We'll take it. Or 6. We'll take it. Let's see. Aether Hub into our graveyard? No, we'll draw that out. 2 mana up.
That's very nice, thank you.
Let's see. Do you have a Censor? Or Essence Scatter. 3 cards in hand. Essence Scatter. There it is. Yeah, we're gonna swing this way for 6. Taking that to 9. Okay. Search for Azcanta. Only run 2 Fatal Push and 3 Walk the Plank. But I plan to build March of the Drowned as well. March of the Drowned is a fun card. Let's see. Opponent has 9 life. If we don't block, we could get in for 8, but then we would be dead. Correct? We'll want to block the 6/5 here. He can put some counters on some creatures over here and kill them. He could kill the Storm Tamer here outright and then draw some cards. Up to him though. But he does need black and red both, so he'd have to use 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. He could do it with the Aether Hub. 6 mana for our opponent. Wow, their own Glorybringer, okay. I think we've just lost this one. What's he getting for 10, 11, 12? Which one are you targeting here? Assuming the Storm Tamer. Yeah. Ouch. Taking me down to 2. Let's see what we got here. Spirebluff Canal, we'll put that into our graveyard. Sure. Have a disallow here. We have a 6 mana here we could do for a Locust God. Let's go for that. That does give us a turn, I believe, right? If we don't attack. We can still attack, actually. We're going to not attack, though. I think that's safer not to. Alright, opponent can do 2 -1/-1 counters on something. 2 cards in the hand for our opponent. We're at 2. I think once the Glorybringer untaps, we're still dead. We just have a slight window here to try and do something. But if they do not have an answer to kill any of our creatures, we'll have to block either way, though. Let's see. 3 cards in hand for our opponent. Is this their own, is this Bolas? Is this Bolas? It looks like Nikki B. There it is. Oh, that's game. We'll concede there. Yeah, let's get a sideboard here. I think we're good, actually, so we're going to hit submit. One-drop Explorer guy, you mean the 2-drop Siren Look or 3-drop Siren Lookout? Did you consider Bloodwater Entity? 2 flyers with prowess. Chad, that was actually in his original list. But again, I didn't have a lot of removal spells in the actual main board, so I kind of opted for a little bit more removal. But I do like that card as well. But it does go against Enigma Drake, as in it does take an instant or sorcery card out of the graveyard and put it back on top. So if you're trying to win with Enigma Drake, it does hurt it. Does anyone from MTGO traders review the decks you use, or do you have creation freedom? I'd have, yeah, total freedom, Clint. Play first? Yes. This is not a good hand. Mulligan. This is a bit better. Still not great, but we do have the control thing going on here. Let's keep it. And we'll bottom that. Let's get out a Storm Tamer here. and pass. But yeah, Clint, most of the time, yeah, I have complete freedom. Let's see, going up to 8. Having island for the play here. Passing. Let's go for a mountain here. Swing for 1. And get an aerialist out. And let's get out a aerialist here. Terran is a jank artist, and artists always have creative freedom. Thanks. Soulscar Mage seems really good versus Hazaret. Better though for heavy removal decks and against the this one. Yeah, theme of this one. I like Soulscar Mage a lot. I think it's a great sideboard tech or mainboard tech. There's a search for Escanta. Luckily we have Field of Ruin, so if it does flip, we're getting rid of it. Siren Lookout here. Let's get in for 3. I think we're just going to race our opponent this game. Looks like the plays. Getting into a land there wasn't great, but rather that than nothing at all. Okay. Got a mountain here. Let's go for Sweltering Suns. Let's get a Spire Bluff Canal right there. Let's get in here. Have a Lookout Dispersal up here for a counter. Or we can just cycle the Sweltering Suns. Only 14 viewers? It says 85 right now. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Just finished Stranger Things. If you aren't watching it, you were wrong, chat. I watched season 1. I liked it a lot. I thought it was, I don't know. It was good. I didn't think it was like, oh my god. I thought it was just, okay, let's get out a mountain here, and then we're just going to swing again. We could have cycled the Sweltering Suns there, but didn't want to run into a Glimmer of Genius play. Again, getting in for 4. Our opponent is down to 8. Yeah, here's a Glimmer. Yeah, we're going to hold that. Let that happen. Lookout's Dispersal is going to be for a Scarab God or Scorpion God. 8 life for our opponent. Being aggro here really helped us. Let's see, do you have a 5th land drop? I sideboard a Nimble Obstructionist in a similar deck to this. Have 2 3s of a disallow that I could also drop to make a 4-power flyer. Nice. Terran hates the 80s. I like the 80s. What are you talking about? Opponent just messaged me. Aw, GG. Okay. GG. Well, we actually won against a Grixis control deck with this deck, which is actually surprising. And, like, awesome. But that's going to do it for today, guys. I appreciate you hanging out with me. Next week, I will definitely be doing a Construct Tribal deck. That looked freaking sweet. Might be starting some modern deck techs in the future as well. But as always, like the video if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit the bell right beside the subscription button to know when we upload a new video on the channel, and know when we go live on stream right here on YouTube. I appreciate it. You guys have a great F&M tonight. Enjoy your weekend, and I will see you guys on the flippity flip. Nah, I'll see you guys